Well, this is just a little gem of a spot here. This Bosque Redondo Park in Fort Sumner, New Mexico. It's right off Highway 60. A very cool little spot here. Peaceful, beautiful by the water. This big tree over here behind me, this time of year, it's just beautiful. Nice that most of the spots have a little shade structure for probably the summer heat. And there is fishing in the lake there, and lots of birds around. Just very nice, peaceful spot. Not sure how crowded it gets here in the summer months. I'm here in the off season, and it's very nice and mellow. Wish I could stay longer, but I'm on a time frame. I need to get down into Arizona. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out, do a long day of driving, and see where we end up. The adventure continues. Okay, it is time to do this. Looks like we're in for a beautiful day today. Well, we're still heading west on Highway 60. Just entered the Cibola National Forest here in New Mexico. We're up at about 7,500 feet. Starting to see some tall pines. Beautiful. Here we are coming into Arizona. The Grand Canyon State welcomes you. Goodbye, New Mexico. Hello, Arizona. Well, this definitely is a beautiful drive coming down this grade, but it's putting my brakes to the test. Starting to get a little bit of smoke there, so I pulled over to let them cool off. But this is just amazing through here. Super beautiful. Check out this view, guys. All right, saw a sign for our campground there. Woo. I did a little bit too much driving tonight. There we are, Jones Water Campground. Let's see what this place is all about. I really don't like to show up at a camp after dark. Still got a little bit of light out. I know it's getting dark, you guys can't see anything. I'm just going to pick a spot, call it a night. Well, I'm just waking up at my camp here, and look at this, guys. See who's waiting for me to get up? That cat right there, and there's another one right down by the fire ring. I saw these guys when I pulled in last night. I think I saw a total of about 6 of them. So we'll talk a little bit more about them when I get up here. Here he goes. They're waiting for me. Oh, well, I'm finally up and out of bed here. This is one of those mornings where I just didn't really want to get out of bed. So it's, I think, about 7:30 a.m. right now. This campground, now that it's daylight, I'm seeing it's pretty nice in here, surrounded by trees. I think there's probably only 6 or 7 sites or so. I'm going to try to walk around and count them up. But when I came in last night, it was too dark to have my dash cam going. But I did take the road around here. It's not too long of a road, and it dead ends. It kind of loops around and dead ends, and there was a site over there that I initially stopped at, and that's where I first saw these cats. You can see there's one under the table here staring at me right there. And I got out of the van. I was going to camp there, but it was not very level, and I noticed there was like a aluminum pie dish with water in it, and the water was full. So that led me to believe that there's been someone here recently, because that pie dish wasn't dry. It actually had water in it, unless I guess it rained. And then getting up at my site here this morning, I'm noticing that in the fire ring someone left some trash, and these look to me like the pull tops off of cat food, off of wet cat food. So it looks like someone's feeding these cats. They are pretty skittish. I haven't been able to get close to any of them. That's about as close as they let me get. I start walking toward them. See, here's a group of 3 of them over here. And the darker brownish black one, he's hissed at me a couple times when I get close. See if he'll do it again. So they're definitely feral cats, but obviously people have fed them enough that they know to come around when you're here, hoping for some handouts. So I might give in and open a can of tuna for them. This little one here is just adorable. Well, I was able to find a little pouch of tuna, and they all kind of attacked it all at once. They hear the sound of my voice and they scatter. It's all right, guys. There they go. One more there holding back. Well, it's time to move on from this campsite. This was an interesting spot. Nice little campground, actually, other than it being pretty close to the highway, hearing all that traffic noise, and of course you can see the cats behind me. What a trip having wild cats in my campsite. I did cave and gave them a little bit of tuna, and I think that's why they've kind of warmed up to me here. But I need to move on. I've got about a 4-hour drive ahead of me. I'll be moving into Ehrenberg, Arizona, where I'm going to hang out for a little bit, waiting to see if people show up for the caravan groups that Bob Wells has organized. So I'll leave a link in the description for that as far as where the locations are and the time frame. He did a good job of mapping out the places, left GPS coordinates, and yeah, it should be interesting to see who shows up, and we'll hang out, and hopefully some people can meet and connect and learn a few things and just have a good time. So let's do this. The adventure continues. Okay, this campground was called Jones Water Campground. Looks like 250 miles between here and Ehrenberg, Arizona, where I'm heading. Cheese, pizza, pizza. Okay, it is time for a little update from Ehrenberg, Arizona with Caravan Group 2. We have been here for 14 days, so today is our day we're going to move over to Baus, Arizona. It's about 40 miles from here, and currently, did a count this morning, it seems like we've got about 15 people with our group. And just a lot of great folks here, enjoying getting to know everyone and having conversations with everyone. We had a nice campfire last night, about 8 or 9 people gathered around the campfire, and we just enjoyed sharing stories and learning about how each one of us got on the road and experience with that. And it's just been a really cool opportunity to get to know new people and just build a little bit of a community out here. So we're enjoying that. Gonna do some stocking up on supplies on the way out of here, dumping off some trash. A gentleman stopped in that's gonna be meeting up with us over in Baus, and he was in a pickup truck. There was some trash that was here. When we first pulled in, it was nobody from our group, and he was able to haul that off. It was some old metal grating. It looked like someone's dog pen or something. So that was very cool of him. He's gonna take it to the dump. And yeah, it's really going good. We were able to do a good walk through here and, you know, pick up any trash that was here, but we did a good job of not getting any litter around. So a good success on that. There was a portion of the group that moved down by the river here in Ehrenberg, and they're going to stay, I guess, a little longer, and that's totally welcome. Anyone that wants to break off and do their own thing, no problem. There's no commitment here. Just out here having a good time. So we'll check in later.